Okay, back by popular request. Another flavors hierarchy change. It is still Saturday, 13 September 2025, and my audience sent me good little vibrations through the ether. I got them. And so here we go. Flavors hierarchy change. What would these replace? Pumpkin, papaya, maple. So here I, Tanis Coralee of Seattle, ponder what flavors I may come to feature more prominently in my routine diet if certain circumstances were to arise. This time focusing on pumpkin, papaya, and maple, and what they may come to replace in my current routine diet if I expanded my consumption of them. Yes, I have eaten these more in the past, and I was like, what if I eat them now? What is something away? So if I ate them more, what would they knock out, so to speak? So I do not anticipate cutting these from my diet, though they could naturally drop off under certain conditions. Yes, these are kind of similar competition spice, believe it or not, per my tastes. And so some of these, if you didn't already know about me, it may be a shocker, or may not. So the first one may be the biggest shocker for some people, because like some people just go, "You what?" So I am not a big honey person, and if you've noticed kind of a lack of honey videos, it's like banana. I previously said with banana, I've tried and I just can't do it. Honey's like that for me, only I would say it's like a ripe banana and like good product like I like. Honey is one where I actually I can't quite tolerate the sweetness of honey. I know. I've said previously I like sweets, but I'm not like really intense sweets. Honey's like one that I'm just kind of like. So I was like, okay, this is perhaps like how this works for me, for my taste, for potentially helping understand. So honey gets replaced by pumpkin, including pumpkin spread on cornbread. So I actually do pumpkin as a squash, so it's actually a savory. So it's a unique flavor in the like menu items featured. Pumpkin is actually a savory, so it's kind of cool to see it out there representing and from savory land, so to speak. But like I like pumpkin spread, and it is. Some of my ethnicities have kind of are known for more blander palates, and not as much sweet. And so I'm Northern European and Northern Native American. So like as in like Minnesota and Washington State in the United States of America, so it's like Northern Native American. So there's, and then like, Norway and Ireland and kind of countries like that in Europe. So some of those Northern come with, I can't quite tolerate it. Not that everybody of my ethnicity can't, but I just have a very genuine palate in the sense of like, I can't quite stand honey. And I've tried, so it gets replaced by pumpkin. The next one is, aside from honeysuckle, the flower that I can break the tip off of, or a person can break the tip off of and drink the nectar from. I really don't like flowers to eat. So lavender for me was like, no. I like the smell of lavender, not the taste. Lavender gets replaced by papaya. I ate a bunch of papaya when I lived in Hawaii. So that one includes, including papaya pound cake. Like I adore papaya. It's a fruit. It is a milder fruit in terms of intensity of flavor, and it's depending on its ripeness, it can be sweet, but it's not overpoweringly sweet. And then the third knockout category, this is one that like it kind of goes with the honey. So for some people, but for some people they really hate it. So molasses, including brown sugar. So if I'm recalling correctly, brown sugar is like molasses and white sugar or cane sugar. So molasses, including brown sugar, gets replaced by maple, including like ginger maple cookies. So I've previously said like maybe ginger molasses cookies are my favorite. So then essentially it'd get replaced by maple. I'm Northern European. I'm Northern Native American. Maple comes from trees. Technically, sugarcane is still a plant. However, I and the squirrels adore our maple trees. So in that sense, maple is a very, I would love to live a life where I can KO molasses and brown sugar with maple, like in ginger maple cookies. That legitimately sounds better than ginger molasses. And I've always, with molasses and brown sugar, I've always been like, just been afraid it's going to stain the teethies. And it's just like, with maple, it's sticky. I got sap on my car when I lived in California in the 2010s decade, and there's still like little pieces of sap and where I rubbed it off, or the workers at various locations trying to take it off or took it off. So like sap and I have the actual sticky substance, and we go together, and nature has provided me that through my car story as well. So those are flavors, a hierarchy change. What would these replace? Pumpkin, papaya.